What a crazy situation, though. What a crazy situation. Because it's one thing when, at a Barstool event, you expect drama, right? Like, just in general. I think they kind of live for that.
Yeah.
Right? And I knew it was intense when even Dave was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I've never felt like this intensity in the air. It was a crazy vibe being there just watching. So I can only imagine how you felt being in the hot seat. And, one, you have hole number 9. Paige has her situation. Then right back to back, all of a sudden, Mo is this biggest villain on planet Earth. So if you want to say anything, don't really have a question, but more or less just like open the floor to you about Slopegate. A lot of people have speculated things.
Yep.
They've said, I've read a lot of responses online, and I'm sure you have too.
Yeah.
Why did Mo act that way? Why did he run back to his car? Whatever. And I've, just from an outside perspective looking in, it's like there's a couple ways to go about it. But I could imagine the one thing that I'll say to, like, I don't even know if this is to say to back you up, but if I have 47 people looking at me, essentially, and, like, accusing me of doing something, I probably would act a little bit weird, too. Not saying I would have done exactly what you did, but I'm just saying, like, talk us through, I guess, that if you want to. You don't have to speak on it too much, but it's it's in the past as of now.
Yeah,
but.
It's a topic. That's what it is. It's a topic. No, it's just so funny because in the moment, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh, yeah, go check my rangefinder. But the hardest part is I just got accused of cheating and having slope on. It doesn't help my case that I was already acting sus from the beginning. And people don't even realize this, but that rangefinder wasn't even mine. Like, my rangefinder got stolen the day before, and I was on the range warming up that morning, and I used one of the employees' rangefinders. And super weird. Like, all we did was he gave it to me, turned the slope off, put it on my golf cart, and that was that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's also hard too because, like, as a golfer, whenever you're shooting numbers, sometimes you'll shoot the flag, sometimes you'll shoot like the front of the green to see what you got to carry. And I didn't do myself any favors at all. And so, like, from me to you guys, I don't blame you if you don't want to believe me. I acted completely sus. The video looks horrible, and I'll admit that it looks terrible. But more than anything, I'm just grateful for those who have backed me up and who supported me, who's loved me throughout all of this. Some of the craziest DMs I've ever gotten, some of the nicest DMs I've ever gotten. But in the moment when I was there and I went to go grab my rangefinder, if I can go back in time, I just wish I would have moved. I wish I would have stayed there, let someone else go grab it, because the video looks terrible. Like,
it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It looks really bad.
We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah. I'll say it looks bad, yeah.
No, yeah, it does. And, like, even when I was watching it in the moment, I was tracking my heart rate. What do you guys think I got up to?
Oh my gosh.
Because I knew what was happening, but I've never seen the GoPro video. Like, I've never seen it.
Really?
So when I saw it for the first time live, I'm like, oh my gosh, did I just cheat? Like, I'm watching, I'm like, dude, I think I did.
It's also so easy to just hit that button.
It is.
Like,
it really is.
Yeah.
But, my heart rate got to 129. Like the beats on here, I was like, dude, I'm like...
You're thumping.
And all day, dude, Thursday last week, I was the most anxious person all day just because I just knew what the video was going to be like. But it's in the past. I've been telling people this all week is like, I just want to move on from it, play some golf. I'm going to embrace it. I'm the slope guy. Like, some of the nicknames I've gotten from all this is crazy. And we'll share them later. But, like, Maslopey's here,
Maslopey.
That's my favorite. We actually named a hole in my backyard Maslopey.
It's just funny. And so, but regardless of the fact, it's, like I said, I was telling you guys earlier, like, well, even if you guys, like, you don't have to believe me. You really don't. It looked horrible. But at the end of the day, I told people this, I'll die on the hill. Like, the slope was off.
Slope was off.
Slope was off. I mean, I did have the slope on the first hole of the Internet Invitational.
Okay.
Because we were the first tee time.
Did you shoot a number with it on?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. So for the first hole, but then Fat Perez, he asked Dave, hey, are we going to do slope? And then we got a text, me, Beef, Mac Boucher, and Joey Cold Cuts. So I did, in theory, have slope on for the first hole.
Wow.
Interesting.
Mo confirmed use slope in the internet invitation.
So wait a second. Hold on. Someone clip this out of context. Post it on TikTok. I'm just kidding.
He had slope on.
I did have slope on the first hole. That's the first clip of the podcast. Oh, no. That really baits him in, huh?
Yeah,
that's
I
solid.
think I just did you guys right there.
No, that was great. I mean, I will say, like, we're definitely taking, like, a neutral ground here, I'd say. But, like, there's no proof. You can never see the rangefinder with it on.
Yeah.
I've seen a million TikTok. It's my whole entire Explore page is you.
Yeah.
But there's not solid evidence of it ever being on.
Because it wasn't on.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
But
No, it is funny, dude, the amount of people that went to war for me. Like, I deleted social media Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I mean, I re-downloaded social media on Friday just so I could post about, hey, guys, stop reaching out to my family and to my wife. Like, come at me. And then I deleted it again. So I didn't see any comments. I deleted Reddit, Twitter. Like, I just didn't want to see anything. Those 3 days were some of the most, like, peaceful days of my life, just to be off all social media, and just to be present with my wife, with my closest friends. But when I came back on and I saw all the TikToks, I was like blown away. And I'm so grateful I left my rangefinder behind me, like behind like my head, like on the metal part, instead of putting it up here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That way there's like proof. It just made things.
it's in the cart cam.
Yeah,
is what
people
you're
can
saying.
see it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is there's no shots on video of the red, because that's what I've been seeing. Because like if slope is on, I was reading or saw somewhere like on that specific rangefinder, if the slope is on, then it would be red. If the slope is off, then it wouldn't be red. So what you're
Correct.
saying is there's no shots of it being red.
No.
Yeah.
Even if like you have another camera guy looking at my rangefinder or looking at it from the golf cart, it's flipped to the right, which is black, not
Yeah.
red.
Wow. So what about, because you just mentioned something about, people sending your family messages, which is where I draw the line. I mean, I'll say it, like getting hate online is not an easy thing to read. It really sucks. And obviously in your case, it was at a very high magnitude. I mean, because at the end of the day, like the YouTube golf world, those episodes were obviously pulling millions of views, but at the same time, it's like the community is so tight knit.
Yeah.
Like when everybody gets on something, they'll get on it and they'll go. And that's kind of in general, I think that's how YouTube viewers are, but specifically with, $333,000 on the line per person, like people were very, they were very invested. And so I was just curious because I did want to say one thing. I think hating on you over the situation, whatever.
Understandable.
Yeah, it's very understandable. Like, it's like, hand up, you think I cheated? Whatever, like, hate on me kind of thing. One thing I will back you on is the stuff with your family, I think, is absolutely asinine. And I think that's unacceptable that people were sending the messages that they were to your mom, to your wife, and whoever else in your family. I think that just, like, from my perspective, pissed me off reading that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, at the end of the day, like, people think just because you're behind a screen or whatever, like, you don't have feelings or whatever, or even the people in your life, it doesn't matter. Like, you can say whatever you want, but at the, those words do have an impact. Yeah. And I mean, you don't have to show it on film, but I'll say it. Like, you show me a picture of your mom, like, in tears and your wife in tears. I can't imagine, like, what that's like. Because, again, if you're the one in the situation and you're the one crying and you're the one in tears, that's on you.
100%.
So just keep, I that's the one thing I'll say is, like, definitely if anybody's watching this and did that, I think you're, like, scum on the bottom of a shoe, in my opinion.
No, like, when I downloaded social media the next day on Friday just to post those, pictures or post that one story, my guy's like, leave my family out of this. They had nothing to do with this tournament. Like, it was my mom's birthday on Saturday when she received that DM of saying, like, how does it feel to raise a zero integrity piece of son? Great job, Mom. Like, it's my mom's birthday, dude. So that's when she sent that to me, and she said, this really hurt my heart today.
Dude.
And as like her eldest son, like in that moment, I'm like, dude, I suck. Like this is my fault. Like, and it is. Like it really is. But at the end of the day, my dad told me when he was comforting my mom, he texted me and said, "Hey, we're gonna go. If one goes down, we all go down. So we're with you we're with you this whole time." So
That's awesome.
my dad was really supportive. But yeah, dude, it was really hard for me to have my wife, have my mom go through what they did, and but the tides have turned. Everything's a lot better going into this new week. We had to make my mom and my wife private on social media, just for reasons, But other than that, it's crazy. Who would have thought YouTube golf has made it this far?
Who would have thought people care that much?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like we mentioned though, like with $1 million on the line, people are going to get pretty invested.
Yes.
And that's one thing that's understandable, but obviously just wanted to say that about messaging your family. That's insane.
It's funny because like I can take it. Like I signed up for this job. This job has a lot of perks, but this job has one con, and it's your face is all over the internet. And so for me, I've learned a lot, just by being, on YouTube golf is you got to take it. And if you can't take it, you shouldn't be doing this job. And so, like I said, like I can take the heat, come at me, but just don't come at my family.